the title, Spare? Quite a loaded title.
It is a loaded title. It's a provocative title. It's thought-provoking. And if the title is one word to sum up how Harry feels, packs a punch. It's pretty powerful. I've spoken to Prince Harry in the past quite a few times. And, more than once he has said to me, I wish I hadn't been born a prince. He said to me once, I'd love to just be able to go into a coffee shop and buy a coffee, to jump on the tube and travel on a train. I think it's very indicative of where the book is going to go, and it suggests that he has always felt on the periphery, an outsider, a spare, a backup, rather than someone in his own right. And actually, I think that's pretty sad.
What I struggle with is the narrative that Meghan forced him out of the royal family. In fact,
yes.
Even before Prince Harry met Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, he wanted to find a way out.
Yes, I think it's very easy for people to blame Meghan for everything. I mean, the very term Megxit suggests entirely that she's responsible for them leaving. I don't believe that was the case at all. I think that Harry had been looking for a way out for some time, and Meghan was a catalyst. And I think I sort of set the record straight in the New Royals that, Harry was just as much behind this decision to leave.
This publication of Harry's memoir was meant to come out in the autumn, wasn't it?
Yes.
Why do you think there has been a delay?
Well, I think the book's been subject to several delays. It was meant to be coming out in the autumn of 2022, so around that Thanksgiving pre-Christmas market, which is a very lucrative time for selling books. But I think the Queen's death changed everything. Harry had the luxury of being able to change some of the copy, to update it. I think people reading that book would absolutely want to know his place in the funeral, how he felt about his place in the funeral, how he felt about losing his grandmother. I mean, that journey to Balmoral, when he missed the flight with the other members of the royal family and went to Balmoral on his own, that's going to be a really powerful and important account to read.
How much do you think he will criticise the royal family?
I think the title suggests that he's going to be quite critical. I mean, anyone labelled the Spare and who sees their identity as the Spare suggests it's not going to be entirely favourable about the royal family. One does wonder if some of the revisions made to bring the book up to speed might also have included some watering down of the manuscript. And I think Harry's also acutely aware that if he is seen to be overtly critical and damaging of the royal family as an institution, there will be repercussions to that. There's the matter of titles here, and I suspect very strongly that Charles could revoke their titles and possibly not bestow titles on their children if Harry and Meghan's intention is to continue throwing hand grenades into the royal family.
That's the thing, isn't it? Because arguably brand Sussex only works because they have the titles, because their children now have the rights to be prince and princess.
Absolutely.
And now that Charles is king, there's a real balancing act they've got to do here.
Well, Meghan and Harry know that their commercial future and the success of their future is absolutely entwined with their royal titles. But if they were to lose their actual royal titles, the Duke and Duchess, that comes at a real cost to them. I mean, suddenly their star quality is much diminished.
Will the public, when they read this book, will they be sympathetic to his cause?
People really struggling at the moment. I do think that woe is me narrative is wearing very thin for Harry. And I think if this is a book solely about victimhood, there's every possibility it may not be the bestseller that we are all expecting it to be.